So what is on top for Father? What is on top? Talk about solar flares, sun flares. That's an obvious Father gem of the 80. What is on top? Ooh, let's think about the weather vane. How can we solve this sucker? Minus plus 2 Christ. Weather vane. Oh boy. Exploratory research. Chimney equals Christ. That's amazing. Oh my goodness, here's a big one. The word smoking and smoked and smokes. And so the smoke is on top of the flame. So smoking. Smoking hot, we say, is Father, Father. But here's the root right there. In fact, that equals Father. There it is. So what is on top? The smoke. Smoke is on top. Okay, the smoke is the Father. Father's on top. Look at that. SMOK. Father. SMOK equals Father. There you go. Smoking hot. Smoke, the rising smoke. So smoke is on top. And then technically that would contain ash, which is also plus 1. What else is on top? Like, what's the highest point of a tree? Well, branch is Father. Branch and branches are Father. It would technically be, and then all these plural I marvel are Father, like leaves and pine cones and needles, treetops, and then people say above the treetops. There's another Father offset. Okay, so a nest will be up high, an eagle's nest. This is so cool because nest equals Father, and eagles is Father. The eagle's nest. What's on top? The crown. The crown of the eagle. Oh, an antler is on top. Plus 1 for Father. Crown, antler. Oh yeah, the antennae. I can't remember how to spell it, but I know it's like plus 1 for Father. And antennae or something like that. If you spell it properly, you have to take some work at that. What is on top? Oh yeah, stamps. I was getting all these plural words, like from Michael's, or the arts and crafts store, like stamps, straws, these plus 1s, and then notebooks. Or notebook, excuse me, singularities, but what is on top, quintessentially? The word drizzle, to drizzle on top. Oh yeah, embossing was a huge word I got at Michael's for Father. Huge word, embossing. Embossing. Emboss is such a huge word for Father. It contains the word boss. The boss is above all things. God is the boss. But look at what I'm seeing. Whether you go like that or like that, the bookends are multiple of 6, just like in Father. Embossing. Embossing is on top. Typically lettering is on top. Words are on top. A number on top. What is on top? Oh, shelves. Shelf, how does that one work? Oh yeah, shelf was Christ and Jesus, I remember that. Anything else you can think of that is quintessentially on top. Like you have the high notes. The highest singing voice, what is that? Highest singing voice. So soprano, I remember, was Christ. So the highest note would be Father. The high notes are the most, oh, so here we are, the general vocal range. Interesting. I'll bet you can find Father and soprano. Yeah, I'll just pop off the two O's. Fascinating. Okay. What else is on top? When you have an instrument, the bow, when you're playing the fiddle, the bow is on top. Strings are on top. The microphone we talked about. Okay. I like the food items when you serve a meal. Oh yeah, ice cubes. That was a fun one. That was a real fun one. The ice cubes float on the top. Ice cubes equals water. Ice cubes are on top. And then sometimes when you have a spiced drink, like eggnog, the spice will float on top, so that's another thing on top. You sprinkle spice on top. It's the final touch, and then touch on top. What else is on top? It's just is this revelation that what is vertically on top, Father has completely pegged. I like thinking about foods, because I love food. So we got whipped cream, that's a classic. We got sauce. Crumbs. Sometimes you will sprinkle crumbs on top. Crumbs is a huge word for Father. And you can say bread crumbs, you can say chocolate crumbs, whatever. But crumbs, sometimes also crumbs. Cranberries. Think of a turkey dinner. What ends up on top? Well, we know the turkey is the highest item at the table. Turkey equals 100. What else is on top? Well, you have, I know the neck is threes. Oh, the collar. When you have a shirt, the highest part of the shirt is the collar. Huge word for Father. 6 letters, 12 strokes, 3 points higher than Father. That's a huge find. The collar is on top, just like tie, just like bow, just like cufflinks. Incidentally, the word bottom is also +1 for Father, like the bottom of your shoe. The rubber, the tip, the heels. What's on top, though? Hairs, plural. Oh, this is so good. The word strand. A single strand. And so hair strands, you can say. Hairs is 3 points less than Father, but a strand. Just like the word stand. When you stand, you are lifting yourself up. You are becoming taller. What is on top? Father. Stand. When you stand, you become a Father figure. A single strand of hairs at the top of your head. And then you can solve different types of hats and stuff. That we've done that before. Like the word hat is very curious because it's +2. So if you have a black top hat, that'll be a +1 combo. What else is on top? You know, a jewel and a gem, which would be a pearl. What else is on top? Ooh, there's that store in town called Claire's, which provides accessories. Does it have 2 S's? Let's double check. We might have to pluralize it. Yeah, it does have 2 S's. Addition is +1. Addition, an add-on, an adjunct, an appendage. Really? Oh no, an adjunct, a supplement. Supplements. Fitments. So never hesitate to pluralize something. So accessory. Double love. Oh boy. Claire's, that's an obvious father. Gem. Pop off the I. Everything else equals father. What else is on top for the father? A flower in the hair. Crown, tiara. You can have hair pins, plural. That's on top. Glitter is typically on top. Like if a girl dresses up her hair and they sprinkle. What's another word for glitter? I just feel like there's got to be other words for glitter. They're just pieces of reflective material. Like sparkles, I guess, was. Shimmer. Shimmering. If we were to coin a new word for it, shimmer. Interesting. The word shine works. Oh, sparkle as a. Add a little sparkle. Interestingly, all these words just as a sparkle on top, a twinkle on top, a shimmer on top, a little shine, a little polish, a little varnish. All these are +1 for father. A little shimmer, a little sparkle, a little twinkle, a little shine, a little polish, a little varnish. Those are all +1 for father. What's that word, lacquer? I'm just seeing what else we can do here. Lacquer equals Christ. What is that? Varnish. The other words for varnish. Like that's how something's finished. Oh yeah, here we go. Lacquer. So lacquer is Christ. Varnish was gorgeous. Varnish is very glaring for father. Because the bookends make multiples. A Japan, an enamel. Glaze. I think glaze is the word I want a piece of. Now the root is what you get for father, like glazing. Polish, a wax. Fascinating. Okay. Ay. Flicker, a flash. Oh yeah, that's a big one. When you have a camera, what's on top? Well, the flash. Oh boy. So camera, by way of review, is +2, parallels Jesus flawlessly. And then flash is father. Father is on top. So camera plus the flash equals truth nicely. The flash is the father. It even starts with F. Flash. That's a good one. The flash is on top of the camera. Camera flash. And then smile equals Father. You say smile, smile equals Father, then the flash goes off. Like God saves the best for last. The flash of the camera. You know, let's not kid ourselves. You know, and then there's the paparazzi, and there's like all these flickers per second. It's called a flicker. Another word for a flash is a flicker plus 1. The flicker of the camera. And that's amazing because that's -6, -12. The flash of the camera, the flicker, the poof. Poof is +1 for Father. Oh my gosh, these are just glaring offsets too. This is -6 from Father, this is +6, this is the flash of the camera, the flicker, the you know, the word bright, of course, all is merry and bright. I was getting those words, these are +1 words, that bright equals like a bright smile, bright equals flicker. Okay, let's other words for flash of a camera. Let's get back in there. Other words for flash, like the camera flash, the camera shine. You can shine, yeah. It's amazing. Flares, solar flares is going to be obvious for Father. Shine. Blaze. That's such a great word for Father. The blaze. Glint, sparkle. I love the word sparkle. Let's be honest. And so this is so cool because sparkles. I'm not going to hesitate to talk about 1-2 punches where you get bonus gems, like the word specials and sparkles. You can feel it on your lips, but pay particular attention to AEs. They belong to Father. You just grab more tiles to complete the puzzle. Specials is a triple Father combo where S is +1, P is +1, S is +1. Okay. Sparkles, same sort of design. Okay. Single sparkle, yes, has the same grand offset as Father, but then these are like superlatives. Okay. Sparkles. Specials. I would like to not necessarily do, but dewdrop. Yeah, a dewdrop. That's a huge gem. Dewdrop, like, is very close to the word sparkle. I mean, you think about roses and flowers and photography and all that. The dewdrop is a sparkle. The gleam, the glisten. The highlight. When you think about the gleam in someone's eye, that white portion is called the highlight. Well, the Father gets the highlight. Wow, highlight is a huge word for Father. Highlight equals 88 in 9 letters, 21 strokes. Just like Father, everything divides by 3 in the stroke count. So highlight, this is glaring because you've got all these THs, which is the center 2 letters of Father. I'm going to grab the bookends. Oh, please. But we are focusing on what is on top. We want to stay in that mode. So there's your TH, and then just shoot for 6s down here. I mean, you got this pair of GH, this IGH, which is 24. 24, 24, and then there's your L, which equals 12. Like, it's just silly how Father owns highlight. Every highlight in your life and every highlight in the history of the universe glorifies Father, who is the highest of all. Isn't that good preaching? So if you want more highlights in your life, you need to ask God the Father for that. But I'm here to solve all of them in the name of Jesus and the Father for all time. TH equals TH, and then shoot for 6s, just like the rest wraps in Father. The F plus the R is the 24, just like the IGH is repeated there, and then the AE equals 6. Similar to the L, is double 6. Okay. So there you go. Every highlight solved in the name of the Father. What else will we find for Father that is the highest of the high and is on top? On top. Okay. And like the word surface is on top. Okay. Microsoft has that new product, and Microsoft is of course Father brand. They have the Microsoft Surface. I'm not saying it's necessarily going to be successful, but I'm using the word surface belongs to the Father. Well, the hairs of your body. Look at your arm. The hairs are on top, and then they are called follicles. That's just pure threes, and so it's silly. But technically, the hair tips. Technically, the hair tops. Like when you think about just barely touching your skin, you can start to feel sensation when you just touch the hair tops. So hair tops is Father, just like hair tips. And I want to mention the obvious, that an I and an O differ by 6, which is the chief offset that you see from Father. Okay, so hair tops plus 42, hair tips plus 42, hair tops plus 48. Okay, so Father plus 42 equals Father plus 48. So what else is on top? Highlight, that was amazing. Interestingly, the word low light would also parallel Father, which is kind of, but highlight is superior. Shadow, I got the other, shadow is also plus 1 Father. Just like darkness, which is so cool. What else is vertically on top? We saw this before, the acme, the apex are plus 1s. But items, like when you create something, what is on top? Well, technically, it is always an atom of the universe. Plus 1. Just like Adam was the first man at the top of the human family tree. It's all composed of atoms. Atom plus 1 plus 1. Atom, Adam, Father, Father. Tip top. Okay, so what else? Oh, your top teeth are your social 6, we call them. The teeth that you show your smile are your top teeth. Teeth equals Father, top adds more, offset your top teeth. Now also your front teeth, okay, so front is plus 1 for Father, teeth equals Father. Your front teeth, your smile. What else is on top or goes over? Oh yeah, I got the word overpass the other day from the Lord as I was walking Langley. Overpass is plus 1. Like think about an overpass over a freeway. Well, the overpass plus 1 Father on top. Paints. Prismacolor. I can't resist getting that on the board. They spelled color wrong, but if they fix their spelling and change their brand to Prismacolor, it will be much more glorious for Father. But and then colored pencils, my favorite art tool. One of them is plus 1. Oh, a single colored pencil. Oh, okay. Pencils. All right, fine. Oh, Prismacolor colored pencils. Yeah, that's fine. And then Sharpie was plus 1. Oh, the lid of anything is on top. The lid of a bottle, that's plus 1. And not the cap. The cap kind of. The seal is on top. To seal something. And oh yeah. What comes last when you write a card? Well, you sign it. Sign is plus 1 for Father. Ink, plus 1. The last, God saves the best for last. When you want someone to get in contact with you, you write your name and your phone number, okay? The best for last, okay? Everyone has a number, a phone number. Phone equals Father, and number is plus 1 for Father. And then if you collect many phone numbers, then you get a triple plus 1 phone numbers. Okay, but that's what you write last. If you're at a restaurant and you're attracted to one of the waitresses, okay, God saves the best for last. You want to get someone's phone number or give someone your phone number. Father, Father, he saves the best for last. Thank you, the famous ending phrase. Goodbye, if you say it properly, is +1. Good night, the last word is night, which is Father. Night equals Father, okay? Now you know why everyone says Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Night equals Father. Father gets the last word. He saves the best for last. The even and the evening is +1, okay? So ask God to show you the best at the end of your day. It's there, okay? Goodbye. Thank you. The last word is +1. Goodbye. Equals number. Good night. Good evening. Now this one is technically one word. Okay, what else? The best for last. Desserts we had the other day. You must pluralize it. Have multiple. What else is on top? I'm like thinking about the physically on top. A rim in basketball, above the rim. Technically you have the back board, which is on top, board of any sort. In fact, board equals rim. What is on top? What is the highest of the high? Now I can solve the Jumbotron. I don't know what this offset is. That's +2. Jesus. Scores. What is on top? I think we just about hit it pretty good. I like thinking about food. What is on top? Oh, the coating. Coating is on top. Coatings. All right. Sugars. Always just pluralize things. God's been saying to me all the time. It's like, just add your +1s. There's your sugars are on top. Sugaring is on top. So just do icings. You don't just put one icing on top, you put multiple icings. God is generous. Icings on top, sugars on top. So laces on top. Oh yeah, your shoelaces, huh? Your laces are on the top of your shoes. +1, Father. Also known as strings or ropes. Your laces are on top. Your buckles are on top. Zippers are on top. Vertically speaking, so an airplane, of course. Now, if you spell it the British spelling, you have to pluralize it to get the Father on top. And then you'd have to do the same thing with rockets are on top. The highest of the high. Then you'd have to say towers. Towers are on top. Towers is a glaring one. Towers is very obvious. Just like the word towels, okay? Because when you and your spouse come out of the shower, you put towels on top of you. Okay? And a woman in particular will probably put towels over her hair, and that will be the highest thing on her body, is the towels in her hair. Okay? So towers and towels are obvious for the Father because they both are offsets of 6s. But what do they have in common? That's what I'm here to preach. What is the riddle? Why is it that towers and towels, both parallel Father, differing by 6? Towers is Father +42, and towels is Father +48. Well, because both of those are on top. They are the highest of the high. When people hang up their towels, they will drape them over the shower, or they will put them on the towel rod. They are on top, and they also come last. What's the last thing you interact with after you have a bath or shower? Oh, it's your towels. You will be standing on a towel, probably. Incidentally, the word rug is also father. Carpets is also father, you know, and offsets of 6. So you got to think, sometimes you pluralize it. Carpets, towels. Oh yeah, yesterday I saw the word duvets, linens, and pillows, all father. And this was at Dania Down, I believe is the store. Yeah, +1 father, pillows 106, linens 73, duvets 91. But what is on top? I keep loving the... well, tops. Tops. The tops of everything is father. 70. Tip. Tops. Tips. Tips, tops. Edges. Oh, the heights. There you go. That's kind of a word we're looking for. The heights. I actually live in a community technically called Clayton Heights, which is a nice little revelation, because that'll yield a +1 father. In fact, that's gorgeous. I live in Clayton Heights, which is cool, +1. And I actually do overlook the city of Langley. That's a personal revelation. I live just off 72nd Avenue, and from Routley Park on top of the hill, you can overlook the city of Langley. So that's cool. So you want to be on top. And you have, of course, you have hilltops and stuff like that. So what's on top? The grass tip. Grass is on top of the soil, okay? This is just a revelation of that which is on top. When you play pool, or the last thing you want to put on the ball is a spin, and you even call it top spin. Spin equals father. Like the spin is like the icing on the cake when you play sports. Okay, everyone knows that. It's that last little interaction with the ball where you flick, or you just add that extra snap to add the spin on the ball. So the last thing is the best thing, because spin is what makes the games fun. Because that's when the bounces go wild, and that's when the curveballs happen. So the spin, God saves the best for last. Spin equals father. And then it goes so far as to say top spin, God is always on top, the father is on top. Top spin is like the most desirable, common type of spin in sport, because you want that ball to drop fast. Like in tennis, in volleyball, in baseball, if you want to do a sinker, if you want that ball to dive, you will add top spin. So there's an obvious father combo, top spin. The spin, though, God saves the best for last. The last part, like when you spike a volleyball, you snap, okay, to generate spin. The spin on the ball is the best part. It's the last part. It's the father part, the glorifying, the best. It's the spin that makes you win. And so the word win also, at the end of the day, is father. Yay, we got the win. Father minus 12. Okay, like the best for last here, you know. Or yay, we won. Oh, father always wins. Okay, I'm here to say that father always wins. So relax, even if you lose, because your father technically won and he's on your team. We got the win. We won. Okay, and then when you say we, that's +1 as well. We got the win. We won. Father, father, good for you. But the best for last, and the highest. Like what? I keep going back to what is on top. Oh, theoretically and precisely, this is so cool. In drafting, when you draw something, you will have the X and the Y axis. Well, the Y axis traditionally is the vertical axis, and the Y is the +1. So if you want to go higher, you jack up the y-axis. And in the history books and in the math books, they talk about the y-intercept. Well, I'm here to say that y is the highest +1. That's good preaching. Y equals 25 plus 1. It is the highest letter in the alphabet that is +1. And now you know why. The y-axis is the vertical axis in drafting, in mathematics. Okay, Father is the greatest of all, the +1. Okay. So we want to go to those things in the universe that have the highest Y value. like a cloud is very high in the sky. So cloud is +1, sky is +1, just like heaven. Okay? Cloud equals sky equals heaven. So what else can you think of that is on top? And I was getting revelations as I ate at Milestones, and I got a hot chocolate, and there was whipped cream on top, and chocolate shavings on top, and they were +1s, and I got the phrase topped with from the menu, which is Father, topped with. This is 6s, this is an offset of 6 from Father, and so topped with. What is on top? So just physically, what vertically, like plain and simple, what is the highest, what's the highest part of this pen? Well, the lid, +1, Father. Technically, the ink is on top. Like, it's so cool. Should we solve the great ballpoint pen for Father? You can solve inventions, but ballpoint pen is flawlessly Father. Okay, and look at, you have a majority of +2s over 3 +1s. Okay, just like the design of Father. This is glaring. In fact, if you waited this long, you got a real gem. We just solved the ballpoint pen flawlessly for Father because you've just added 2 letters to each category. Father is 6 letters, and you had 3 +2s, 1 +1, and 2 letters that divide by 3. This is a miracle, folks. If you waited this long, you got a real treat. Look how Father owns every ballpoint pen in the history of the universe. Like, you can just go on a magic, I mean, there's just thousands of them, billions, probably more ballpoint pens than humans right now. But check out, this is amazing. So look, you've just added 2 +2s, 2 +1s, and 2 letters that divide by 3. So there's 6 letters in Father, and then 12 letters in ballpoint pen. It's glaring. And then you just, the more you look, the more you see, like, the letters that divide by 3 make 24 in Father. Well, lo and behold, that's what happens in the letters that divide by 3 in ballpoint pen. 24 down here, 24 down here. Yep, that's amazing. And then an A is an A, and then you get the 2 P's that are +1s at the start of point pen, and then there's your cluster bomb of 3s. Good night, and you're done. Father owns every ballpoint pen. That was disturbingly awesome. And then other words come to mind, like the famous quill pen is +1 for Father. Same design, okay? This is going back. A quill pen was one of the first. Same, similar design, quill pen, and you can solve all the rest of them. Calligraphy, which is, some may say, the king of writing. Calligraphy is Father and its offset. Stunningly so. Amazingly, you can find a gorgeous love in calligraphy. It's all letters that don't divide by 3 in graphy. And then here's Father verbatim, and then you've just added another 3 fest on top of that, or something like that. I think I may have missed a 57. Oh no, I spelled Father perfectly without this C. Yeah, so there's Father. Amazing. Well, that's a huge revelation right there. Isn't that a miracle? Look, all the letters that do not divide by 3 in calligraphy equal Father perfectly. What an amazing find. And then the rest is pure 12s. That is a miracle. So we just solved calligraphy for the Father. 12, 12, 12, 18, pure 6s. That's a miracle. Calligraphy. Because words are king. Okay. And then everyone's favorite, oh, I have a gold pen. Well, of course you do. Gold pen is +1 Father. Gold pen equals number Father. And on it comes. Okay, so what is on top of the printed page? Well, ink. Done. You can also refer to those. Interestingly, the word powders and the word toners. Sometimes you have to pluralize things. Very obvious. Okay, just like colors. You know, God owns all the colors. He owns all the powders. He owns all the toners. Powders and colors differ by 3. Isn't that beautiful? But it's all for the Father. So there's a lot of powders, which is how a laser printer works. You know, toners is also in there. Cartridges, I think, works. Okay. What else is on top? Oh, the sign. The store sign is on top. Huge. And if you say the store sign, that is a Trinity glorifying experience that goes 3, 2, 1, but the sign is the last word. The sign is on top. And prices tag. Titles, names, brands. What is on top? And of course, underwear and lingerie are both +1, Father. Those go on top of the human body. And are all technically also the last item in the human body before people, are completely naked. And what else? What is on top? I think we milked that one pretty good. What is on top of octave? That's so cool. Now you're really going to solve everything. I'm just thinking of all sorts of dessert. I'm thinking of desserts. Sometimes I'll put a chocolate wedge or a chocolate slice. Oh, candy cane was a +1 I got the other day. Candy cane for Father. He's gorgeous. This is, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so that'll knit together. Chocolate slice divides by 3. And 2 is +1. A chocolate piece. Okay, chocolate. Oh, what is on top? The dressing toast. Okay, I think we've milked that pretty good. I'm curious, the word dress contains a lot of +1 letters. It parallels Jesus flawlessly. Cool. Alright. That's pretty cool. When you seal an envelope, the seal is on top. You might use your tongue, or you might use a sticker. What is on top? Ooh, I'm curious. I have to revisit the word envelope. Ah, there's a big one. So the envelope comes last. So this is amazing. So card is +2 for Jesus, but the envelope is on top. Father. And then what's on top of the envelope is writing. Okay, words are on top, the greatest of them all, but the envelope is on top. And then you will put stamps in the corner on top of the envelope to send it away. Stamps, Father. Envelope. Envelope is just a great word for Father. And the word Hallmark is also, Hallmark is a great brand for Father. Let's point out the obvious. In envelope, you got good night, you got the 4 + 2s, you got the 2 + 1s, and then the rest of the letters divided by 3. Father, envelope. Oh man, you know how I just want to spend a few minutes on Father and envelope. Because who doesn't love an envelope? But you have to get an envelope with love on the inside. I mean, it's ridiculous how many machines are just spitting out bills. Aren't you sick of like machines and dumb organizations that just send you bills? You're just like, can we get a little bit of love in this world, please? Like, enough of this greedy machinery? Like, my God. Seriously, gentlemen of the world, get your brains fixed. But I'm going to grab the 2 bookend. Oh, look, there's love at the dead center of an envelope. In order. L-O-V-E. There you go. If you waited this long, you got a real gem. Love is at the dead center of the envelope. Envelope me with love. You know, you can envelope a card, or you can envelope your wife with your arms. Alrighty then. Okay, but first you start with the envelope and the card, and one thing leads to the next. Okay, so an E plus an E, what I want to do is the bookends here. This is so glaring. This is so beautiful. You'll never see the word envelope the same ever again. You'll be so inspired by this. You'll go out and buy a bunch of envelopes, fill them with love-filled notes, and start giving them to everyone everywhere you go. I was just reading the Proverbs this morning, how a gift is the best way to make a first impression with someone. That is the best way. Like you meet someone for the first time with a present, and they will never forget you. Like asking for nothing in return. You give them like I'm preaching myself. You go to a restaurant, for example, with a waitress, and you leave an actual card. You give her a card with writing in it. She will never forget you for the rest of her life, and she will love you every single time you go there. Like, it's just proper business. Solomon talked about this every time. It's like, present a gift to someone for when you first meet them. Just, you'll be honest, be natural with yourself, of course. That's amazing, though. Look at envelope. Like, look at that. Father, envelope. Look at that. The pair of E's differ from the TH at the center by 18 sixes. There's your love at the dead center. Then the NP make a multiple of 6. In fact, they equal, you know, the outskirts of this, which is 30. But you need to point out the fact that you get this bonus, you know, team of 6s in here. It's just perfect. I've just solved every envelope in the name of the Father. And then, of course, why is Hallmark such a famous God-ordained company? Because Mark is one of the king words of God as the last word of everything in the universe that is +1, okay? Exclamation mark, question mark, and quotation mark, which finish sentences all over the universe, all end with the word Mark. Okay, so Mark is a king name for the Father. And so when the company Hallmark ends with Mark, and this just provides more 3s, furthermore, it provides an odd number, which then makes the Mark number perfectly even, and Hallmark is now an even number to offset Father flawlessly. You have what is called a king brand. It's Father plus 18, good night, multiple of 6 over Father. Okay, so that's why I'm preaching on Father and envelope, and you can go to the Hallmark store. Better yet, you can make your own cards. That's the best. Nothing beats homemade, and then just come up with your own letters to glorify Father. Why don't you just sign it with the name Father? The name above all names. That's, if you're really wise, you will sign everything with Father. That's what the revolution, that's what an enlightened country would do everywhere they go, and they'd be blessed like no one else in the history of the universe. Everyone would be writing Father everywhere as a reminder that Father is our God, and that's his name, and it would just be a giant happy worship fest. But Hallmark is similar to envelope in multiple ways. I will point out that all the letters that divide by 3 divide by 6 in both words. And then I can't resist the same thing in envelope in this case. There's a lot of cool things. I'm tempted to shoot for a little symmetry. There's a couple things I want to do here. An H plus a K comes into the T and the H, differing by 9. An A is an A, and then this 14 differs from an E. I would actually, just quickly, I want to solve the brand Hallmark with a little more attention to detail. What other card companies are? Carlton. But Hallmark is a great, I think it's a British brand, isn't it? I don't know. But I would like to create some symmetry, so I'd like to peg this guy with these 2 letters at the dead center. So this is 28 and this is 25, so that differs by 3. And then I would like to compare, now you need a multiple of 3, which is the only way you can do that. Oh, well, just do the obvious. There it is right there. There it is right there, folks. Very, very, these make a multiple of 3. You got a 1, a 2, and a 3 there to make 21, and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 here to make 30 there. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. And then you could paint the letters that divide by 3 like that and like that. And then leave the A and A, the E and the K would technically go together, and you have to put the H and the A together. You have to put these two first letters on the same team. Okay, fine, easy. Oh yeah, flash, a twinkle, shine, of everybody's good. A blink and a wink. The eye blinks. The eye winks. Yeah, blink and wink are both divided by 3, but there's the father offset. Cool. Alright, I think we've hit that one out of the park. Anything else that's on top? Well, I'm sure it'll come to us all day long. Oh, that's funny. Very awesome. I believe if you call it your CV, your curriculum vitae, I believe that's +1 for father as well. Yeah. If that's in fact what it expands to be. Your CV +1 father, your curriculum vitae. What have ye done in life? Anything else that's on top? I'm trying to think of the word foam. This is bubbles. Fizz. Be nice to deal with that word foam. It's Jesus. Ah, froth. Froth is a great father word. The froth is on top. Froth equals ice cubes equals